He goes on a wild rant saying he could cast him in a horror movie because he looks like a chaotic mix of a crackhead and a meth addict, describing him as unhinged, grimy, and dangerous, like someone who would rob you, sell your car, and betray you all at once. The rant then pivots to Soulja Boy, bringing up how Marlon Wayans once suggested that Soulja Boy might not be as straight as people assumed. At first, many thought it was just trolling or typical rap industry beef. But the narrative shifts when 50 Cent steps in, and everyone knows that when 50 goes after someone, he does not just talk, he shows proof to back it up. Expecting big moves for both himself and Soulja Boy, he claims to have all the paperwork and has been checking out everything going on with him, noting that viral is definitely #1 right now. Rumors suggest Soulja Boy attended Diddy's exclusive white parties, but it allegedly goes further. He may have shown up at some of the infamous after parties, if you catch the hint. The story begins with Soulja Boy clowning Meek Mill following Diddy's early 2024 arrest, which sparked the initial beef, setting the stage for all the drama that followed. The drama escalated when Soulja Boy started throwing threats at 21 Savage, prompting Meek Mill to step in with a post calling out the madness, saying, "If you say you're going to smoke somebody and they actually see you and smoke you, that's self-defense." Y'all losing touch with reality for likes and clout. Insane. Soulja Boy fired back with a shocking response, referencing a rumored audio leak suggesting Diddy had allegedly done something inappropriate, which many assumed was Meek's voice. Hard to ignore given how close Meek and Diddy seemed at the time, even showing up in matching outfits at events. The situation was a mix of threats, personal jabs, and wild allegations that kept the internet buzzing. Rodney Tay, better known as Lil Rod, stirred the pot by claiming that Diddy and Meek Mill had a little something going on behind the scenes. This wasn't the first time such rumors surfaced. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, hinted at similar things about Meek, though paperwork at the time had their names redacted, listing only a Philly rapper and a performer at the Super Bowl, which everyone quickly suspected were Meek and Usher. Fans recalled moments like the video of Meek Mill lounging by the pool with Diddy, calling it weird and suggesting Meek might have been trying to chill or maybe subtly impress, while the internet dissected every frame for hints of their unusual closeness. After the poolside video with Diddy, things got even more suspect when Diddy said, "You deserve it. You put in that work," in a way that fans interpreted as unusually personal. Soulja Boy later referenced this video and the swirling rumors when dissing Meek, highlighting the drama around their interactions. But the twist is that Soulja Boy himself had a brief rumored connection with Diddy, where he was reportedly set to be signed to his label as an artist, though it ultimately didn't work out. Still, that doesn't mean their paths didn't cross, or that there wasn't some level of interaction behind the scenes. There were definitely moments that made people question whether Soulja Boy and Diddy's connection went beyond just friendship. At the time, Soulja Boy was reportedly deep into drugs, and rumors suggested Diddy kept him under control with a steady supply of nose candy and other substances. Things got even messier when Jaguar Wright stirred the pot, claiming she had seen Diddy and Soulja Boy in an X-rated video, raising suspicions and fueling wild speculation. She also drew parallels to Diddy and Meek Mill, who allegedly had their own side connection while Meek was dating Nicki Minaj, who, according to Jaguar, may have even recorded that controversial clip, making the entire saga increasingly tangled and eyebrow-raising. A white guy known as William the Baddest once opened up on Tasha K's podcast, claiming he and Soulja Boy had a brief fling at some point. William described Soulja as having a particularly memorable feature and admitted he was nervous the morning after, fearing the encounter might spark some kind of conflict. He explained that these situations usually happen under the influence, and by morning, people often wake up with an unusual kind of anger that can make things volatile. What stood out, according to William, was a distinctive detail about Soulja, something about a curve that goes to the left, which he emphasized with a mix of caution and curiosity. To the left, to the left. Everything, William said, but then got serious, comparing Soulja Boy to inner Beyoncé about to come out, describing the encounter as intense enough to make him nervous, shaking and wondering if Soulja might hurt him. He explained that in his community, being with a rapper, a straight guy, or someone from the hood could be dangerous, and once people sober up, things can escalate quickly, even fatally. Of course, Soulja Boy didn't let the story slide, taking to social media to deny it entirely, claiming the whole thing was fabricated, and that Meek Mill allegedly paid William the Baddest to lie online about the encounter. Soulja Boy went on to firmly deny being intimate with anyone, saying someone was paid to spread lies about him and stressing that while he has no issue with what others choose to do, he refuses to accept false narratives about himself. He repeatedly accused Meek Mill of paying people to come online and make these claims, insisting the whole situation was manufactured to damage his name. Since then, Soulja Boy has stuck to the belief that everyone who has come forward with stories about him was either lying or financially motivated, framing the controversy as a long-running setup rather than truth coming to light. Soulja Boy has long maintained that anyone coming for him is just chasing clout and lying to stay relevant, but it seems the walls are closing in. Rumor has it that 50 Cent is now on Soulja Boy's trail, confirming that he did have a connection with Diddy before Diddy's incarceration. And with 50, you know receipts always come with the claims. For years, Soulja Boy has been stirring drama, targeting almost anyone to stay in the spotlight, often rage-baiting and reportedly using homophobic slurs, which supposedly pushed 50 to finally drop the dirt he has on him. Word is, the full escapade is about to be revealed in 50's latest move, exposing everything that's been brewing behind the scenes. All of this is now being tied into a recent documentary about Diddy, with people online weighing in, connecting the dots. One person pointed out how wild it is for Soulja Boy to be openly homophobic when certain photos of him look like they came straight out of a music video, while another brought up that old FaceTime moment with Nicki Minaj, where she asked him about rappers being on the down low. Soulja Boy instantly got nervous, denying everything and insisting they did not know anything about that, only for Nicki to calmly reply that she did, with her expression saying more than words ever could. That clip resurfacing has only fueled speculation, leaving many wondering how many so-called undercover figures really exist in the industry and why some reactions seem a little too defensive. Oh, I said I do. And really, any man who attacks someone for not being straight, when it hasn't affected them at all, is just projecting self-hatred, angry because they're not comfortable being themselves. Now, the big question remains, is 50 Cent just trolling Soulja Boy, as he's done countless times as the ultimate industry prankster, or is there some truth to these explosive claims? We want to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and stick around for the next video, because trust me, it's just as messy and chaotic as this one.